Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Of course, my name is Jabulani, and I'm not alone. I'm with Palesa. Today, we've got a simple topic as usual, but we're gonna be doing healthcare. Pali, how are you today?
Good morning, everyone. I'm fine, thanks. And how are you?
Yes, can you please take through us to overview about our healthcare, please?
Okay, so the overview of South Africa's healthcare system goes as such. Healthcare in South Africa is administered by the Department of Health. However, South Africa does not have a system of universal healthcare. Instead, it has two parallel systems, a private healthcare and a public healthcare system operate in tandem with one another. Okay, that's
That's
the
our over.
explanation of it.
Okay.
But the majority of the public, up to 80% of the population, relies on the public system for their care. The public system is subsidized by the government in general. It is unrefunded and poorly managed, of which is true. There are many more than 400 public hospitals. South Africa's large regional hospitals are managed by provincial health departments. Smaller hospitals and primary care clinics are managed at the municipal level. Sorry about that.
Okay.
On the other side, an estimated 80% of doctors work in the private system, serving just 20% or so of the population, primarily middle class and upper class families, as well as experts. As such, as the public system is constantly short of resources, while the private system is very strong.
I think there is a lot to talk about when I listen to whatever that you've read, Bali. But I'll be happy if like we can go further and then you at least give us the cost of the healthcare system, and then from there I think we will have maybe decent questions about it to make people at home to understand what are we dealing with when we talk about healthcare and everything that's happening on the ground. Can you please take us to the cost of the healthcare system?
Okay, sure, I don't mind with that.
All right.
So, South Africa's public health care is funded by the government by taxation as well as through point of care spending from patients.
Okay.
Public health care in South Africa is subsidized by up to 40%. The system uses the Uniform Patient Fee Schedule for UPFS to regulate patients' billings and payments. Patients' charges are based on income and family size, and the UPFS uses the categories of patients to determine the cost of different visits and procedures. Full paying patients are either being treated by a private physician, are externally funded, or are non citizens. This would apply experts who are eligible to use public facilities but must pay the highest billing category. Partially subsidized patients are eligible to have the cost of the care partially covered on the basis of the income. Finally, fully subsidized patients are those who are referred to a hospital by the primary healthcare services. This mostly applies to people who have a lower income. Additionally, There are some occasions in which certain medical services are free. For instance, there are nearly 3,500 clinics that provide free healthcare to pregnant women and children under the age of 6. And that will be all for the cost of the healthcare system.
Wow. I won't mind if like we can go line by line, because like you have read a lot of information,
Information.
and I mean like from someone that doesn't understand what's happening with our healthcare at home, and what are the basic needs of a person that is living in South Africa for healthcare. What do you think about that?
So actually, when
Yes.
it comes to healthcare system, there are your primary factors, which are the clinics.
Okay.
When you go to a clinic, there's no fee that you pay. We obviously know that.
Okay.
When you go to, however, if you're from a clinic, a primary care, and you have to go to the hospital, we all know that there's a certain fee that you have to pay for registration.
Okay.
You're 90 rand or 70 rand, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So that fee is not about you actually paying it for yourself. If you don't have it by that time, you can actually paid the other time when you come, when
Okay.
you're actually hospitalized.
Okay.
That money is the money that is used for uniform, like they said.
Okay.
It's used for uniform, it's used for things that they take care of in your hospital.
Okay, take me in there, Palesa. I mean, like, let's talk about someone that is sick, and then want to go to maybe clinic or hospital or anything. Ne? What are the expectations when you get there? I mean, like, people, they've been complaining about our healthcare system. I mean, the queues, the long queues, and everything. So, what must you expect as an individual, or someone that is sick going to a hospital and for the first time? I mean, like, you need help, and you're not feeling well at that moment. What are the expectations?
The expectations of you going there, you obviously need to have your ID.
Okay.
If you're not a South African citizen, you have to have your passport
Okay.
and your proof of residence to
Okay.
get there.
Okay.
Another thing is the doctors and the nurses
Yeah.
that are there, they know an emergency, and they obviously know when you have an emergency. There's a unit for that
Okay.
when you're in an emergency. That's why they say that from a primary sector, you
Yeah.
can be sent to hospital
Okay.
because they are the ones that can actually see your own condition.
Okay.
So what they do is when you go to the clinic, very ill and in pain, they'll call an ambulance for you. But the sad part is that some people lose their lives there. And another thing is these ambulances take time to get to clinics.
Yeah.
But anyway, the doctors and the nurses know more than that we know.
Okay.
So with this happening, that is why I think the government has actually or is insinuating on um, taking control
Okay.
of all the hospitals,
Okay.
including the private ones.
Okay.
Reason being, some people can afford private hospitals,
Yes.
hence to them going to public hospitals. So if the government actually takes over all these hospitals, which are private and public, and make it one, then there'll be it's an advantage, also a disadvantage. But I wouldn't want to say why it's a disadvantage or an advantage. But however, it's going to help a lot because if they work together, then there won't be any people dying. At least everybody will be helped equally. But I believe if it's your time, it's your time. I mean, Jabu, everybody has a time when they were born in this
Yeah.
world, and only God knows when the time will leave.
Yeah.
We can blame nurses and doctors, but actually, God knows our time to be born and our time to leave this world.
Yes, Bali. But there's something that we can't ignore if it comes to a public healthcare and a private healthcare. Because if you check the nurses that are working in a private healthcare, they've been taking good care of patients. I don't know,
Yeah.
it's because of hours and with the payments that they get, and but the treatment is different. We can't ignore that for the fact. So I mean, like I heard you
Do you
said.
have a fair experience of that? If you
Yeah,
do, care to share some?
but I mean, like we're gonna go deep in that, of course. But
Okay.
let me say, from public hospitals to private, there's much more different. There is a gap that I think our government is want to combine everything now. So I'm not sure that we're gonna be okay about that, or the other people that are used to the private sectors, as in like private hospitals.
You're talking about me, right? Yeah,
So
I understand.
yes, you you one of the people that are used to the private hospitals. If you go to our public hospitals, there are things that are not in good conditions. I mean, like from the queues. I mean, like the system. I think it's something that we need to improve a lot. I mean, like when you go there, there is this thing they ask you to open a file or to look for a file. You understand? I think people that are very sick, I know that they try their level best to start with them and to talk with them. That when they look at you, they feel like you need quick help. I mean, like there are ways that they use, but I think still like we are behind when it comes to that. So as our government is trying to combine everything now, they want to take over the private sector as well. So I think first they must convince us, with the little that we have, more especially when we talk about the public sector, where we go to our clinics, our public hospital and everything, before we go to private. You understand? So with that, in everything that I've talked about, I will say that if a normal person that is sick for the first time, you don't know anything about the hospital and what's happening there. If you go there, it can be like something that is dangerous to society. You understand?
How is
But
it dangerous,
I
Jabulani?
mean, like, Pali, the slow motion, the things that is happening there, there is no images at all. People they think like when I clock, I'll work my way. You understand? I'll work that 8 hours. I'll do the way things it's supposed to. You need to hang in there. The queues are unreasonable. You understand? I think government, if they can get together their facts first, we deal with our public hospital. But for not me bashing our government, they have tried a lot. They've been doing well. You understand? They've been trying to give us that free healthcare and everything. But I think we need to sit down and cancel our people that are working in hospital, because hospital itself, it's a trauma. You understand? There is a lot happening.
True.
There are a lot of people that are coming in there with different problems. You understand? So I think if we can sit down and get facts straight and talk about what we need to improve, you understand? More special, I will start with renovations of hospital and clinics and everything, so that it can be like a safe environment. When
Okay,
we
I get
when
what
we
you're
talk
saying.
about health, there must be cleanliness in anything. You understand? The
But they
food,
do clean, wait.
yes,
In public hospitals, they do clean. I'm
yeah,
not talking for public hospitals.
okay.
There is a disadvantage and an advantage as well.
Mm.
Do you know that okay, I don't want to mention the name of the hospital.
Okay. Sorry, Bali, to cut you there. Can you continue, please?
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
I was saying that I don't want to mention the name of the hospital,
Okay.
but there actually are public hospitals where there are units where they use medical aid for medical aid people,
Okay.
and it's equal to what
private.
other people are using.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, there are hospitals that are very clean and that are well taken care of,
Okay.
the public hospitals. However, with some of them, yeah, there needs to be cleanliness and other things that can be
Yes.
done.
Let's before we go to the break, ne, let's look at it. With public and private, there's a little bit gap.
There's a
A
huge
huge gap.
difference. You know
So
why?
I want us to, when we come back to from the break, ne, I want us to look at the things that we can close that gap. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. What are the differences? How they handle things in public, how they do things in private. You understand? If we can really look at that, I think we're gonna go somewhere. So, but let's take a few minutes break, and then we come back so that we can catch up on that.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, bye.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available. You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio.
Have you ever wondered who's responsible for fixing the country? Of course. Join us every Thursdays at 2 p.m. as the Broskis of Sotra fixing the country one topic at a time. Atiekada.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember,
Have you ever
you're not
wondered
alone.
who's responsible
There
for
is
fixing the
hope and
country?
help is available.
Of course. Join us every Thursdays at 2 p.m. as the Broskis of Sotra fixing the country one topic at a time. Atiekada.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bali, we were talking about a lot of stuff before go to the break. Coming back, ne, let me ask you maybe a simple question. Do we have a problem when it comes to our healthcare as a South African, or everything you think is normal?
Well, I'm not laughing because
Yeah,
it's actually funny.
yeah.
I'm laughing because you're asking if there is a problem, knowing that there is a whole lot of problems. There's a lot that is happening, honestly and truly speaking. Um, when it comes to, you were talking about the cap, right?
Yeah.
You should remember, in South Africa, this speaks the ching ching, the money.
Yes, yes.
So in your private hospitals, obviously when you register, it's money. To book a bed, it's money. The longer you stay, it's money. The lesser you're there, it's money. So with public hospitals, there's no such. You only pay your registration fee,
Okay.
and that's it.
So, do you think it's what makes people that are working there in a public hospital to drag their feet when it comes to help people is because of maybe we paying less, or I don't know. I mean,
To be honest, I feel like I'm not gonna say things or jump into conclusions about things that I don't know of.
okay,
But if I was working there, I need to love my job firstly.
okay,
Secondly, my wage
yeah,
needs to speak for itself.
okay,
Sometimes if you're sorry about that.
yeah,
Sometimes if your needs are not met,
Met, yeah,
it becomes a problem. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. So it's not about that. Remember, we can't just name bash people that
Yeah.
are working. There are people that are in public hospitals
okay,
that are very good with their jobs. Your doctors, your nurses, your porters. Like, there are people that are good-hearted and they still do their jobs.
okay,
Let's not tarnish everybody's name because of a certain individual
yes,
or the experiences that you've had in the past.
okay,
It's not the same.
Okay.
But some people actually feel that the hospitals, the public hospitals, are just not. And there are people that have the same experiences with private hospitals. It's just that it's not people that are outspoken. People are not outspoken about private hospitals and the treatment that it's there. But honestly and truly speaking, money talks.
But let's talk about the simple stuff. I mean, like the standards. I mean, for public hospitals, what actually we supposed to have? The things that we say are basics, are standard. I mean, like everybody need to get that when you get there, or when you are there for help. What are standard basic things? What do you think about that?
Jabu, I've said a mouthful. I think you can tell me on that one because, yeah.
I mean, like for me, and what I think about it, it's a stuff that I will say, one, when you want to work there first, when you go to school and say I want to help people, you understand, you need to have a good heart. You need to go there as a soldier, you
Have
know.
good ethics.
Yes, as a soldier, as someone that know how to speak with people, be patient with people, because like
Have integrity.
yes, because when I talk about someone that is sick, you know, they are very impatient. People that are sick, they act as in like they lost their mind. You understand? So you will find yourself.
They don't act. They are sick.
You'll find yourself shouting and all the stuff, you know. But you know, I think in the morning, I've been hospitalized, from public hospital. You know,
Really sorry, Jabu.
don't worry about that. But let's take it. Let's be a topic for another day. But you know what, what I know and what's happening there. Let me take through. Let me take you through that. You know, in the morning, what they do, first shift, when it's maybe 5 o'clock to 6. Of course, you know, they pray. That's what I know.
Oh,
With
that's
the nurses,
nice.
they get in there, they pray, you know, they're asking for help from Lord and everything that they need to do for the rest of the day. You understand? So from that, you know, it's basics. They come to the wards and check people,
Okay.
they check what's happening. And of course, before that shift comes, each and every patient need to be bathed. You wake up early in the morning and then you get bathed. You understand? I mean, like around like before 5, you need to be clean for people that are coming for the next shift. You understand? So if
So,
the-
Jabu, are you trying to say
So-
that you're bathing for the nurses and the doctors?
yes, I mean they must find you clean, so that they can help you, and then they will check your BPs and everything. You understand? They will come and check you. They will do rounds. You understand? Come and check you and make sure that you clean before you eat and everything, and then you will get some rest, and then the breakfast will come in and all that.
What if I told you I was a nurse at a public hospital?
I would,
But
I would
anyway-
believe you. I would believe you.
But anyway, it's a story for another day.
Really, have you done that before?
No.
I mean, like it's a tough job. I mean, like one from home can judge, you understand, and take it easy, but they are really working. I will tell you, even if it's a public hospital, they are really working. I've seen that, I've experienced that, but still,
what is the part for?
the part, I mean, like the standards that I've been
What
talking
standards
about.
are you talking about? The cleanliness or what?
Okay, simple things, as in, like, I think when you in private hospital, everyone, I think, have individualness or someone that is looking for that particular patient, which means in a day, I mean, like, you dedicate yourself to help me with everything that I need for
Oh,
the day.
so Jabu.
So, I mean, like, I don't know is because of medical aids and everything, but I think it's something that we can implement as well. I mean, like, even if we can give you 3 patients or more. Do you understand what I'm talking
Can
about?
I ask you something?
Okay. You're
Do you
welcome.
know that doctors that are from private hospitals
Okay.
also work in public hospitals?
Yes.
And do you know that dietitians that actually write your diet on your file
Okay.
do the same in private hospitals?
Okay.
It's just that in private hospitals it's not as packed. And it's not as packed as public hospitals.
So, how many patients do you think one as a nurse should look after?
Ooh, I cannot say that
Okay.
because there's a lot of people that need help.
Okay, but I think in a word, when we talk about standards, we're coming back to standard. We're not gonna ignore
You're
that.
not living that.
Yes, in a ward, maybe you find that you are eight people in a ward, in public. I mean, like, we're talking about disease here. I mean, someone is coughing, someone's got this, someone's got that.
You don't have to mention the disease.
I mean, like, yes, I'm just giving you example that you might go to hospital, and find that you had flu. Example, a simple example, you had flu, but when you in there, you understand, there is a lot of disease that you can catch if we don't.
Your immune is weak.
Yes, if we don't deal with this standard that I'm talking about. So, in simple terms, I'm saying that if government can improve when it comes to building our hospital buildings.
Oh, so
and
you want your own cubicle? That's what you mean?
not really. If you 2 or 3, it's I mean, like, it's reasonable. You understand? But if you are 6 with different diseases, do you understand though?
Yeah, it's
I
a
mean,
problem. No, I get your point of view.
Yes. Although even if they try, when they know they've diagnosed you with everything, they know that this one must go to this side, this one must go to this side, But I mean, like, I think it take long. You understand? It doesn't have agency that it's supposed to head. But with funding, with government, with everything that we need, it's something that they must look at. You understand? To start with people when they are admitted. And you know what? Now I've seen that the other thing that they are dodging is to admit patients. They try by all means not to admit. If they admit you, it's something that they see it's uncontrollable. You know what I'm talking
What
about?
makes you think that?
I think you might be feeling sick, very sick. You understand? You feel like maybe they need to admit you. They will try to give you something and say, go at home and see what's happening. That's what I'm talking about.
Have
But
you had
with-
an experience or with someone
it's,
that you know?
it's an experience. We have families. We're taking people to hospitals and everything. You find that someone that is at home, that person, you understand, or like, a kgone selo wa bona. You understand? So but that person who need that help from hospital or from the nurses, that care, you understand? But they'll say, this one, it's okay, man. I'd say the police are high and all that. So it's something that they avoid a lot. But with private, I don't know, maybe it's because like the cash injections, because like when you come there, they want money and
I've
they
been
know.
saying,
You
money
understand?
talks.
But they're gonna take care of you. So as a government, as we speak, me and you here, and we said like they want to take all over. So I think there are basic stuff that they need to look at. Some of the things that I've mentioned, some of the things that you've been saying, you understand? So before we run around and mess up the whole thing, because there will be a lot of death and there will be a
Yeah,
lot of people
true.
that
I
can
think
see.
I'm ready to invite the president here,
Yes.
actually,
I mean, like,
and ask him questions,
you understand?
as well as the Minister of Health.
That's gonna be good. I mean, like, there are things that they need to implement and put them in place, for basic need of someone that need health care. You understand? And some experience that I want to talk about, when you talk about clinics and everything. There is our gogo, grannies, and then we have
But they always run for them. The old people.
yes,
They
we have
always
got
run for
grannies,
them.
we've got kids that are coming for a clinic, we have got people that are sick.
Immunizations.
So I mean, like, we need to have a different, you understand? I mean, like, to get some days that we say today we're looking for our grannies, tomorrow our kids, and then although those people that are sick, they will be part, they will come, because like it's not an appointment to sick. When
Being sick is not an appointment, obviously.
So I mean, like, we need to get into that and look more into that. But before we go far with this thing, but tell me something. Do you think how long it's gonna take, when you look at the system and what's happening, to close the gap between the public and the private? I mean, like, from food, from everything. You understand that I've mentioned?
The
How
food
long? How long?
with your private,
Yes.
there are chefs, specific chefs.
Yes.
And with your public, there
Yeah.
are chef-ons.
Yeah, but I think there is a lot that we need to look at. You understand? So when we come back, we'll go to the break. I think there are things that we look at. I mean, like the gap. How long is gonna take for a government to take over? How are the things that we need to improve before we take over the private? You understand? But I know that it's gonna be better for someone like me who need that attention when I'm in hospital. But I think it's for
So
everyone.
why don't you go to a private hospital?
I mean, like, it's basics. It's government. I mean, like, they need to.
You want the government to change.
Yes.
Yeah.
And give us that.
Yeah, and make us feel as if we are
Yes.
home. We are at home, but at hospital sick.
So we're gonna quickly take a break, Pali, and then when we come back, we will try to conclude and see where we go with this health system care and everything.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
Have you ever wondered who's responsible for fixing the country? Of course, join us every Thursdays at 2 p.m. as the broskies of Sotra fixing the country one topic at a time. Atie kada.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
welcome back. Pali, you know what, ne? There is this NHI bill. You understand? So what is the NHI bill? So I'll try to read this paragraph so that one can understand and how will NHI benefit South African. So the NHI fund will cover South African for all race, rich, poor, and legal long-term residents. There will be one pool of healthcare funding and private and public healthcare provide alike. The cost of the healthcare system, which is currently the most expensive in the world, will be reduced. When people visit healthcare facilities, there will be a fees charge because the NHI fund will cover the cost. People medical care in the same way that medical aids do for their members. NHI will narrow the gap between the rich and the poor in terms of standard and healthcare. South African will longer and require for a contributing direction or to medical health and scheme to get quality health care. The NHI fund will be funded from general taxes, contribution of the person earning above a cent amount, and monthly contribution made by the employees of the fund. So it's something that we're gonna look at in this. Okay, let's say why is the bill of the NHI bill? Ne? The projective of an NHI bill is to prove the universal access to the quality of the health care for all South African as enshrined in the Constitution. The Constitution recognizes the health and fundamental human rights. It states that everyone has a right to have access to health care services. The state must take responsibility of legislature and other measures within available and resources of the achieve the progress of realization of these rights, and no one may refuse emergency or medical treatment. The NHI bill seeks to achieve this by ensure that no one is deprived of the above mentioned rights because of the socio-economic status. One public health fund is created with a quaint resource plan and for effectively meet the health needs of the entire population. No, not just for a selected few. An ultimate goal is achieve universal health, which is UHC. So I mean, like, you know, there is a lot that is happening here, and it's something that I think we've been looking for as an individual. There is a lot that I'm mentioning. I mean, like, of course, when it comes to funds, you know, for everyone that is from basic healthcare, you know, to going to private, it means there are a lot of things that they're gonna take care, you know. I mean, like, from it's sort of like a medical aid scheme, but this one is coming from government. You understand? So it means like we're gonna afford the standard that I've been talking about, the things that I've been crying about, you know. So which means if like they implement this well, we're going to be okay.
I can tell that I have a problem with that already.
We're going to be okay. It looks good, but you know, with South Africans, I think we good in talking and
Yeah, no actions.
you
Yeah,
know,
talk is cheap.
yes,
Obviously,
I'm scared of the action part of it, but it's not my ground to complain about
a
it.
benefit of a doubt can do. You know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if we have right team, right people in this one.
No eating the money of the hospitals.
Yes.
No eating the tender money.
I mean, like, really, it's something that we know that we're gonna come back here and talk about it. We said like, but the government promised us, Bali. They said they're gonna do this
They
for
must
us.
stick by they have to stick by. Honestly and truly speaking, it's not
Yeah.
even a joke.
Yeah.
We can laugh about it right now, but it's not a joke. It's a very serious matter that has to be taken seriously. So there has to be a plan, obviously, plan out of how everything is gonna work out and things like that. But once the money arrives, Mfanaka,
You know, it reminds me.
and we don't want cheap things. We don't want to borrow. They say that the building fell. Hey.
Hey.
We don't want Marikana from. You remember the incident that happened in Joburg?
Okay, remind me about that.
When the earthquake took place.
Okay, yes.
Don't you remember?
Yes, I do
So
remember.
we don't want the same situations with hospitals that will be renovated.
Yes. You know, I mean, like.
Imagine patients in there and then
Ish.
the building falls because the person that had the tender decided to use cheap material.
I don't know really how they're gonna delegate this one, but I think if they can get the right team, you know, to do this one, it's gonna be good for everyone, and then we're gonna be happy as South Africans.
So if you were chosen, if you were actually chosen to be part of the team, would you do the right thing?
Yes, I was gonna
Do you know how evil money is?
I know, but Pali, you know, we're talking about people's health here. We're talking about lives. I mean, like, you know, if you have lose someone through a healthcare system, I mean, like, you can understand. Or if you are not treated okay in any hospital, it's something that is, you know, you will like to see change. You know, so I'm one of the people that want to see change when it comes to that, you know. So I'm here, I'm available, let me do it for them, but I'm joking about that. So
You want to eat the money.
I don't want to eat
You
the
want to
money.
eat the money.
But let them have a right team, Pali, and then do it for us. It's something that we need. It's something that everyone need, you know, because like families need that.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That is
So-
true. Imagine somebody that is really, really sick and stranded. Very stranded.
Yeah. It's hectic out there. We know we're not gonna take it easy like that. But let me trust our government in this one. Things we're gonna be okay, guys, and then things will happen for us, and then they will delegate. But
And Jabulani is going to make sure, eh?
I wanna ask you a few questions, Bali. As we closing
The
this
topic.
Yes, you know, there are things that we talk about. We have touched a lot of important stuff, so we need to wrap it up. You know, we make sense to people that maybe someone is joining us now. Someone didn't understand what we've been talking about the whole day. I mean, like, really, but we've been here. We've been talking about this. We've been
Okay.
stating facts, and we're doing all that. So let's look at the gap, as I've talked about, as I've mentioned before. How long do you think it's gonna take us to close that gap when you look at that private
Honestly
sector
and truly
then-
speaking,
yeah.
if somebody that has the money handles the money well and does everything well, it won't even take a long time.
Okay.
Trust me.
So
It can be quick things.
mean, like,
it can be sorted out quickly. Honestly and truly speaking, if Palesa or Jabu doesn't eat the tender money, then I'm telling you, everything can work out.
Okay.
If it was according to me, I would prefer that the money that would be given should just be given to the places where are the materials to build and to renovate the hospitals. Do you understand?
Yes.
And then people that have to be paid, that will be under construction, will be paid through government, not through Palesa or Jabu. Jabu's gonna eat the money and Palesa's gonna eat the money, despite the fact that we saying that people actually need this. We've lost somebody because of money is very evil. It's the root of evil. Once you have the money with your hands, I'm telling you, the plans that you had, let's be honest, you see it when you're always getting paid, right? The decisions and the budget that you've made things on, let's just say you said this is groceries, this is. When you get to the store, things are expensive. You start chopping off. Am I not lying?
You're not.
Same as money that you never worked for. So
Wow.
it's one of those things. That is why, Kere, if it's not Jabu or Palesa, everything's gonna be okay.
I mean, like,
That is why you see older people always saying, "Eish, kana kwa ya maburu." It was, everything was perfect.
Yeah.
They know what they're talking about.
so,
We are not criticizing black people, but they know what they're talking about.
but
It's like I'm a reincarnation. I was there when they were saying that. Yo, I'd find so much joy. We think that these obstacles that are happening now,
yeah.
when you take them back, it would have been better. Do you know that? Yeah, but other than that, let's move on from that. That's today's topic. Thank you, everybody, for being there. With the hospital case and the gaps, all I can say in closing is that if it is planned well and Palesa or Jabu doesn't have the money, everything will go well. Do you agree or disagree with me?
I agree, Bali. I think we had a little bit trauma about COVID-19. We've seen,
Ha, guys,
we've
people
seen-
losing their
we've seen-
businesses. Yo.
I mean, like, there was a lot happening, but we had funds all over the world trying to come and help. And when we talk about the health system, it was where we needed it most. You understand?
Yeah,
But
true.
some people look at it and take it as advantage, to chow their money because there is no movement, there is nothing.
Your Jabu and your Palesa.
Yeah, so we don't want that. I mean, like, there are people that are suffering there. If you sick or your family sick, you will understand that what we're talking about. So let government implement this well and make sure that they take care of the business to benefit all of us. We'll be happy if we see this one coming from national until to the ground. I mean, to those who are disadvantaged worst, because those are the people that are in need. Because when we talk about people that can afford, they are still safe now because they can run to private. So if, like, we want to take over from, as in, like, private and everything, and then we make it for government, for us that are in low basis to come up and afford and get a better health care. Please do it for us and do that favor for us and make sure that everyone is gonna be happy and they're gonna get their medication in time. They're gonna we improve everything when we talk about cleanliness, food. I mean, like, we can hire more nurses and doctors. We close that gap, and then so that these patients can have individual nurse that can take care of them. It will help a lot. I mean, like, we need those buttons that we press from private sectors to call the nurse that I need water. It's hard when your throat is dry and then you don't even have a button. When you call a nurse, say, hey, Wena.
Oh, yes.
Hey,
yeah,
Wena.
that's one of the...
Don't call me. But, for today, I mean, like, I think we have learned a lot. I was not have that knowledge about the healthcare, but I've learned, So it's good to have you, Pali, and I think we still have something to talk about, me and you. We're not going anywhere, so we'll definitely go to the break and then we refresh so that we can talk about new stuff. We're going to Sassa. We're going to Sassa. I think you've got a lot to say about this.
I'm joking, Jabu.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah, it's fine. After the topic.
You okay
Straight to
about that,
Sassa,
yeah?
disadvantages and advantages of Sassa. Stay tuned, guys, and be with us while we talk about that. Let's
Yes.
take a break for 15 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. J.
Have you ever wondered who's responsible for fixing the country? Of course, join us every Thursdays at 2 p.m. as the Broskies of Sotra fixing the country one topic at a time. Atie kada.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're listening to Share Radio. There is the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio.
Have you ever wondered who's responsible for fixing the country? Of course, join us every Thursdays at 2 p.m. as the Broskies of Sotra fixing the country one topic at a time. Atie kada.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available. You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio.
Have you ever wondered who's responsible for fixing the country? Of course, join us every Thursdays at 2 p.m. as the Broskies of Sotra fixing the country one topic at a time. Atie kada.
welcome back, Bali. Now we changing. We moving to Sassa. So there are lots we're gonna talk about, of course. I'm glad that you're still around with me. So I'll do the overview of Sassa, and then so we'll take it from there, and then we'll see where we can go. Old age, okay. Old age, war veteran, disability and care, dependency of SASSA grant. These are grant will seen as an increase of 100 rand segment into two phases. 90 effective from April and additional 10 rand effect from October. Foster care SASSA grant a 50 boost to the current 1,130 per child is set to benefit those under foster care, making a significant uplift in support for the foster families. Child support SASSA grant. The child support grant will receive a 20 increase, bringing the amount of 530 per child, aiding in the provision of better care and the national children. So, Pali, here we are again. We wanna tackle Sassa, and then we wanna talk about Sassa. Sassa, of course, is a grant that is coming from government, and there are things that we must look at. I mean, like, what are the advantages of Sassa, and what is Sassa doing in our society? Can you please, for someone that didn't hear about Sassa before, and then
Sasa small man. That's what I can say.
we can take let's Ali, come on, let's take us
I'm joking.
to the basic stuff. I mean, like, what's happening, what's Sasa for someone that is
Okay.
individual, yeah,
Sasa is a social grant
okay,
service whereby you get money from the government. So what you do is you go and register for it.
okay,
After registering, you need your ID. You need to be a South African citizen, by the way,
Okay.
in order for you to have. In order for you to get that money. Anyway,
So are you
there
taking-
is your 350,
okay,
right?
yeah,
For unemployed people,
okay,
of which they buy 6 packs with.
really,
And then it's not everyone, obviously. And then there is your social grant,
okay,
and then there is your
foster care,
foster care.
okay,
Then there is your old age.
and veterans.
Yeah.
So I
So in a household, I want to make an example. Let's say we are in a household of 8 people,
okay,
and we have 6 kids
okay,
that are foreigners,
okay,
and we have 4 adults. In that 4 adults, there's only one person that is getting the grant money,
okay,
which is the old grandmother or grandfather.
okay.
How do we work around this money?
To me,
And nobody's employed in that particular house.
okay,
And how do we survive with 1 point what? 1,200 or is it 350?
yeah, it's
1,350. How do we survive around that?
I think the one.
I think old people should just be given 5,000 a salary once. I'm joking, man.
But understanding this thing of Sassa, I mean, like,
It's just to help out.
Yeah,
It's
help
not.
out.
It's not that they are saying here is all the money we have. It no. It's just to help out, to assist where they can. They're not saying these 3 adults should be lazy. But what happens if they've been looking for jobs and
you know we understand. I think for Sassa, it's something that is helping for basic needs for South African that are disadvantaged, of course. There are processes that need to be followed when
Yeah,
you need Sassa.
true.
There are things that they look at. I mean, like it's there, it's open, it's on the ground, it's for everyone. You understand? So I mean, like it's all about sharing responsibilities and share whatever little that we have.
So what can you do with 350, Jabu? Please let me know about that. Let's discuss that one first.
Okay, let's start with 350.
What do you do with 350, Jabu?
350, I think is gonna be something that I will say it will help me to look clean and go out look for a job. You understand?
How, Jabu, with that 350? Please explain it and break it down for me. In these things that are expensive, things are expensive now.
Okay, let me take you back a little bit, Bali. There was a time that 350 was not implemented, was not there. You understand?
True.
So, with my experience and what I know from disadvantaged areas that I come from, it's been helping a lot. It's giving people life. I am not saying
Aren't
that
you from Nigeria, Jabu?
No, man, I'm
I'm
South
joking.
African.
I'm joking.
It's been giving people a life. People they know that the stipend that they're waiting for. I've heard people say like, can you please give me bread on the spaza shop?
Oh,
You understand?
shame, yeah.
I'll pay when I get my 350. And there is a trust in that because, like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, so you go to the tuck shop and you ask
You
for credit.
borrow, yes.
Ha,
Because, like,
Jabu.
let's talk about credit. For example, for someone that is looking for credit, we need to know your income. You understand?
Of course.
Where are you gonna get the money to pay me if you're asking for credit?
And you're unemployed.
You're unemployed. So with that 350, it was making a difference. You understand, to a lot of people that there is a movement. Not per se that it's money that I will say that is.
But it's helping.
It's helping.
What about those that are buying booze with the money?
Those ones, I think, like they are not thinking straight. They misunderstand the concept of the 350. You understand? But as people, as South African, we don't think the same. We don't see things the same. You understand? That's why, for me, I will say that it's money to clean myself, to look good for interview, to transport myself to look for any job. You understand? I will have a movement. I will have that bread. You understand? We're not expecting that 350 can do everything.
Of course.
But if, okay, let's say in a household, maybe we have got 2 brothers. I mean, like, or 3. They are not
That are unemployed.
unemployed.
So you didn't mention the improvement of how much it will be from April. Is it 350 or 380?
I'll definitely check it for you. That is going to how much, but I think it's not something that will go on for long. This 350, because like the last budget, I think maybe the president mentioned that they will cut it. But of course, we're going to vote soon. We're going to vote soon. There will be a lot of things that's gonna change. You understand? But I think there is a certain month that they've talked about that they're gonna cut the 350. And remember, the 350, it was coming from the
COVID thing. I
COVID
remember
thing.
for unemployed people.
But
And people,
it's been-
apparently, people that are already earning grants can earn 350.
Yes, you understand. So it's been helping, So that's why the government see the importance of making it a continuous thing. You understand, ongoing thing, because like there is a lot of people that been surviving. You understand. There was a crisis when they say that they want to cut 350. Although when we talk about the post office stuff and everything, it was very harsh for people, to wait long queues.
Bruh.
I mean, like it was very disturbing.
When you go to malls,
Because of 350. But each and every
the very same 350 you're talking about that you're going to go to interviews with, it's gonna keep you clean.
Yes.
That's the one you're talking about.
Yes, I'm not saying it's enough, but I'm not blaming.
Yeah.
I think
Because there is no one that is obligated.
Yeah.
But you are about to explain about siblings that are living in one household, which are brothers.
Yes.
Do you think there's a brother that would share his 350? In Soweto.
It's not all about sharing. It's all about sitting down and have plan and look at the basic stuff that you need as a family. You know, when you get that 25 kg and at the back of your door, you know.
Or 12,5.
Yes, you know that you're safe. The only thing that you're looking for is shareable. You understand? So I mean, like, it's helping, and then you will keep yourself alive. And if you plan around it, except if you want to take it to alcohol, because we have got people that
It's my money, Musa, and I'm in Soweto.
So
I can drink with it. I'll wait for it, and I'll just
you know,
drink, and I'll be fine.
for me,
Some people are like that.
You can drink, you can do that, but for some people, you know,
There are people that are that really need it.
and it's making a difference.
I mean, look at yourself, Jabu. It helped you a lot. You saved those 350 and you opened up a savings account. Look how much you have now with the government's money, Jabu.
I've got a lot. I mean, like, you know, there are people that are borrowing money from me now.
I know you're a loan shark. Is that
I'm joking.
is that even legal?
I'm joking. But you know, when we come to Sassa, it's really helping. Let's look at the people that are taking care of the kids. You know, we need to look at that.
Single parents, single mothers.
I want us when we come back from the break, ne? But we're not closing this. We've been talking about 350. There is 5 something that we talk about, which is going to be 530 now. I mean, like, we have problem with Abo Mama. I mean, like, you.
Jabu, I'm part of Abo Mama.
Yes.
So what are you saying? What are you implementing?
What I'm saying is, you need to tell me how do you feel with all that when you know that you're going to get a grant for Umtwana.
Oh,
and
Jabu,
then you
like,
don't-
I wish my kids were earning grant. I want to go there. Like, I really want to go there.
Your kids
So
not
that
earning?
no. Imagine, Akere, you know, when you're working,
Okay.
there's a certain amount.
Okay.
If you are getting paid a certain amount, then you can't get any grant.
Okay.
Yeah. So now that I'm here,
I not part of that. I'm not getting anything for your kid.
no, I'm not.
Okay, but with experience around Soweto now, we wanna talk about Abo
Plus,
Mama.
it's a bargain. You're saying it's 500 and something, ne?
It's going to
So
be 530.
530. So for my kids, I would be getting 1,060 rand.
And, you
it's
know,
December for me, Mus.
With that, I want us to touch base on the birth increases. You know, because some people, I think they had a lot of kids because of they know that I'll be any grant for each and each.
No,
individual,
man,
you
it's
know.
not even about that. Why would
But
you have?
it's been happening. I mean, like,
Jabu.
for someone that is in Emakaya, I mean, like, you know, the level of thinking there, you know, it's
No, they're actually smarter than here. But you can't be saying, yo,
not
here I am,
real,
look,
not
here I
real.
am being Palesa.
let's talk about numbers and percentage, you know, but you know, there are problems. You understand? That's why we brought this topic here for Sassa. I mean, like, Sassa has been, you know, the other thing, you know, Sassa.
So do you think people are spoiled?
We are?
It's not true, Jabu. I've been saying to you that don't criticize people that actually need the money for Jabuli Palesa. Jabuli Palesa can actually have the advantages. Do you understand?
Yes.
But there's somebody that actually needs that money, that actually relies on that money for your uniform, for your school uniform,
Yes.
for the kids' food, for toiletries, for, do you understand what I'm saying? For transportation. There are people that really, like, genuinely. So we can't say because of other people drinking alcohol with it, no, don't add other supplements or elements to that, because of there are people that were, I remember that hearing from Enka, I think it's a long time ago, 2 years back or a year back, I can't remember properly. There were people that were checked and they could see that their cards are swiping at liquor stores and things like that. And their Sassa cards were stopped.
Please, just hold it there for me, and then we go to the break. When we come back, now we're gonna go deep in
All right.
Sassa Pali.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available. You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio. Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
welcome back. Welcome back, of course.
Yo.
Yes, I'm still chilling with Pali here. I mean, like, we're touching base on Sassa. There's a lot happening. There is a lot of talking points that we're getting from her and me, Jabu, myself. So, but you know, Pali, before we go to the break, I mean, like, really, there's a lot. I mean, like, tell me something. Are we losing the concept and the understanding of what actually Sassa must help us with as youth or individual persons? I want to understand that. Do we really understand what's happening? What is the government thinking behind everything providing Sassa for us? Or we lost the concept, and then we think it's our money, we can do whatever that we like, we can run around, we can can drink alcohol, we can plan it over the
Don't
own
it, it's
things.
yours.
Come on.
If it benefits
Okay.
you, it's okay. I'm joking.
But we were talking about abo ma
Abonana.
abonan. I mean, like, they are getting Sassa as well, so I mean, like, the 5:30, I think is not bad for
I
for
think
a
it's
kid.
not enough.
It's not enough. Okay, it's not enough. So I mean, like, do you think people are increasing birth because of that 5:30, and then
Really?
they want it to be enough? So let me maybe
I
have
fully
3 kids.
I fully disagree with that.
Okay.
It's not about people making kids because they'll get grants. I mean, who would want to go to labor ward and have labor pains because of Sassa? Come on, Jabu. It's not even about that. Some people are actually having kids because they're having kids. It's not about them actually making kids in order to get Sassa.
Okay, when we talk about that, Bali, there are 2 or 3 factors that I will say, because not everyone think like that.
The same.
Of course, you understand? But there are some people, if in olden days, before we have Sassa kids, you know that it's difficult, to grow a child. There are a lot of expense when you want to grow someone. You understand what I'm talking about? Starting from food, pampers and all that, milk.
Okay, I want to ask you a question while at it.
Yes.
How much do you think is formula milk?
How much for milk?
How much do you think formula is?
Formula is
The big tin.
It's range from 400 and something.
So
You
within
understand?
that 400,
Yes.
and you have an infant that actually, let's just say, let's leave the milk.
Okay.
Let's say the child is breastfeeding,
Okay.
and on top of the breastfeeding, you need to buy wipes and pamperses.
Okay.
Do you think that 500 is enough for that infant?
It's not enough, but it's something that is helping when you look at it at the moment.
Let's say you have a deadbeat
Okay.
of a father, of a baby daddy.
Okay.
You're the only parent, single parent. You only rely on that kind of money because you can't be going to work because you've just given birth.
Okay.
You lost your job before
Okay.
because there are maintenance payments, right? When you take a maintenance leave. We don't want to talk about that one.
Okay.
We're talking about when you are really relying on your grant, on your only Sassa money. Do you think it's enough for pamperses only?
Actually, I'll go straight to it. It's not enough at all, but
It helps there and there.
Yes, and there are a lot of kids that are grown up now. They've been relying in that money. You understand? So it depends.
Are you one of those kids, Jabba?
No, not really. I'm not a Sassa kid.
But you know somebody.
I know a lot. I know a lot. That's why I said, like, there is a conception of people that are giving a lot of birth because they know that it's gonna be that 5:30, 5:30.
Mara Jabu.
I mean, like, you don't understand, but like, back then at home, you understand, people, they think differently, because here you see things differently when you come to this side. When you come to Gauteng, you're looking for employment and everything. You're looking for a job. There are rents, there's a lot. You understand?
I get you.
You think different, but you're there at home. Ukhulisa ugogo, you understand, and then when you are a teenager or usisi, you understand, so, and then uba nomntwana, do you understand, uba nomntwana, the next thing, you're not afraid to get another baby, because like there's a money that you accumulating, you understand.
True.
And let me tell you something that you don't know, the fact that a lot of our mama, the young ones, they're not really doing what they're supposed to do with whatever that we're talking about, me and you.
The money, the food, yes,
the Danones and
yes.
everything. You know what they do, ne? I'm a stock fair, with that money.
Jabu.
Now we know that, yes, we know that we're getting paid month end. So you know what I'll do? Maybe when I've got 3 kids, it means I'll take 500. You understand? And go and pay a stock fella.
I'm shocked. Do you see how I'm opening my mouth?
Yes, it's happening. It's reality. I mean, like, it's basic stuff that's happening there. I don't know about here in Gauteng, but I'm talking from experience.
Oh, from the rural areas.
Yes.
They play stockfels and
yeah, with that money. It's a showcase thing. We're going to get paid month end. You understand? So, no Danone, no nothing. The kids will be running around with naked.
they'll eat what is there in the house.
You understand? I mean, like, I mean, like, there is no Danone while you're getting that 550. And it's a basics. When you have a kid, you need to provide for that kid.
True.
Before
Because
we talk about this,
you
Sassa
brought
thing
the
and
child
everything,
in the world not to suffer, but
there must be a planning. There must be a planning behind that.
there must be planning for a child to come into the world. So what if
Yes.
I go out, I get raped, and I decide to keep the baby? You can't say that.
I mean, like, those are unfortunate incidents.
What if I go into bed with somebody, we are in a relationship,
Okay.
and then the protection busts? What about that? Jabu, you need to be considerate when you say these things.
But
Some people don't actually plan kids. But again, remember, a child is a blessing from God.
Yes.
You don't plan over this day, na as Palesa, on the, let's say on the 21st of March 2024, I'm going to be intimate and I'm going to have a baby. There are planned babies.
Okay.
There are babies that are not planned. I mean,
okay.
we are black people.
In cases,
It's logic.
Yes, in cases of that, now I would say that if it happens, you have unplanned baby.
And remember,
you need to stand up for yourself.
and can I tell you something again?
Okay.
We can have a planning. Ne? Maybe, for instance, the relationship is new, everything is going good.
Okay.
I'm with Jabu. Hey, I love Jabu. Jabu, we're going to have 2 kids.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem, baby. I'll be there. Just quit your job. I'm in love, Pela, with Jabu. I'm head over heels because of you. And then I don't tell you about the Sassa thing or anything.
Okay.
And then Jabu decides that when I'm a month due, Jabu just runs away from me, and then what's going to happen with me and that child?
There is pap health, what we call pap health.
Oh, high five.
I mean, like, there are things like that. I mean, like, this thing, it's broad,
So you
We're
have
not
to
gonna-
go to TV to force the father. The one that you were planning with. Nah, Jabu, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to force any father to be in their child's life. You will do it. If I have to deal with you traditionally, it's okay. I'm not going to go to court.
Wow.
I will never go to court and stand in front of the judge.
Oh,
I will
see.
deal with you traditionally.
Oh, Pali.
Hey, yeah. So I should depend on Sassa while you are there drinking your vevs and your moways.
I mean, like, to our communities and people at large. I mean, like, we need to have this kind of conversation. You know?
Yeah, it's true.
It's really happening out there. That's why we have this kind of platform to educate one another. You
Yeah,
know?
true.
So, I mean, like, I think someone will get something from here. You understand? We need to be careful out there. We need to be conscious. Babies are expensive. We're not looking at Sassa.
Jabu, imagine if I wake up and they say I'm pregnant. Oh God, Sky Daddy, take your child back. I take back the child to Sky Daddy. Anyway.
I mean, like, you know.
Yeah, but the Sassa honestly helps the people that are honestly in need.
Yeah.
Jokes aside, the 500 is more than enough, honestly. If this month I buy your 12.5 kg, I buy, with that 500 and something, I buy sugar.
Okay.
I buy, there's combos at ShopRite and Pick and Pay and Checkers.
Those 100 rand
I
combos
buy
and
combo,
yes,
maybe
yeah.
350 combo. After that, the next month, this is what I'll be buying. Obviously, I'm not gonna be the only person in the household that needs to do things, but it actually helps. I don't wanna lie.
I mean, like, running away from kids a bit, and then we coming to about Gogo and everyone. Let's talk about this. There are people that are unemployed, you know, sikhulisa abo Gogo and all that, you know. So kunabantu bathi they are giving problem abo Gogo because they know that they are getting money from Sassa. So Gogo umela sinike imali, you understand? Gogo must give it to us. What do you say about those people? I mean, like,
I feel like they were not taught well. They were not brought up in a good manner.
okay.
I mean, Jabu, you can't expect to go kuku. Then already kuku utshwere family, the whole family.
Yeah.
Imagine if there is one kuku in one household where there is a bunch of youth and adult youth, young adults.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very unfair for Kuku not to enjoy her money, honestly and truly speaking. She has to think of Jabu that is lazy and Palesa that is lazy, that doesn't know. There are people that actually don't have jobs, can't find jobs.
Okay.
But una lebo Palesa, lebo Jabu baba siling. Oh, Kuku tla etsa plan phela. I'm not gonna suffer Kuku aliteng. And of which it's not right. It's very wrong because Kuku needs to buy the things that she really needs. I mean, as a person that is in the old age, they need your Swiss guards tablets. They need to drink them to maintain their bodies.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And there's wokoko that are still fresh.
Yeah.
You can't be having a child olansang koko for cheltakai, while as you need to go out and work. I mean, as a man, that's why they say. I honestly go with the youth of 69.
Yeah.
Do you know why I'm saying that? It's
Yeah.
because they used to take any job, honestly and truly speaking. Nakile Palesa, so the youth of today, imagine I can't even go kilo etsa garden because ke shebile gore Jabu utlo reng. Yo etsa garden ka ba le tšhelete. Yo. Waswabisa and things like that.
I mean, like,
I'm looking at that and forgetting that any job is a job. The youth of 69 used to go to
anyway.
domestic working,
Yeah.
gardens. You didn't care if you were male or female.
Okay.
You used to do all those things.
Okay.
So, rona re emetse bo koko ba re fe tšhelete.
I mean, like,
Ha ke qeta ke lo etsa tattoo, ke lo etsa meriri,
Ah,
ke lo nwa bojwala le Jabu. And that's honestly unfair.
you know, before we go to the break, Paline, there are, you know, Sassa, people must understand that Sassa is there to help us with a basic needs. I mean, like, maybe status, it doesn't mean we mustn't work, you understand? We mustn't go out there and do whatever that we're supposed
But
to.
Jabu, the sad part about everything is that there are people that are really, really unemployed, sitting with master's degrees and honors. It's not out of choice, but they are sitting at home because nobody can actually pay them because they have no experience and they come from school. What about those ones that live with kukuche? Yeah, those are the people that I was talking about. But we can go to the break and then we'll talk about that when we come back.
When we come back, I think we need to touch base on that, because I think there are some of the things that we need to touch. Some of the politicians, they are promising us, or like, if you've got degrees, they're gonna pay so much and all that. I mean, like, so let's go to the break and then we'll come back and look at it deeper and deeper.
All right.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available. You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio.
Have you ever wondered who's responsible for fixing the country? Of course. Join us every Thursdays at 2 p.m. as the Broskies of Sotra fixing the country one topic at a time. Atiyekada.
Welcome back. Of course, you're with me, Jabu and Pali.
Yo.
It's been hectic here in the studio. I mean, like, we've been talking about Sassa grant and what is happening out there with this money, with this government money. People, they think different when they have that money. There is a lot of complaints and a lot of things that is happening out there. Good stuff and bad stuff, but with Pali here, she's been unpacking everything. I mean, like, she's been out there on the ground and telling us what's really happening there, here around Gauteng, and then Mahaying. I mean, like, Pali, let's get back into it. I mean, in conclusion, I mean, do we really understand what
The importance of money.
Yes.
We do, trust me. We do understand.
Okay.
Hence, I said before that money is the root of evil. Even with your own salary, Jabu, don't be judgmental. Let's not judge anyone.
Okay.
Even with your own salary, you can budget that you'll be doing this, and then something comes up. You have an emergency. What's gonna happen?
Okay.
You're gonna misuse it.
Okay. So don't you think that maybe government should maybe have
Government should add the money and stop adding 10 rands to the grant
okay.
money to and stop. The 350 must fall.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Okay, but let me say something. There are a lot of people that they don't understand when we talk about 10 rands. When say government say added 10 rand. You find, let's say, it's 1 billion people that are getting those 10 rand. You know how much it's gonna be from government. It's a lot of money, and people, they don't look at in that way. You look that
Individually.
I had
Individual.
520. Yes, you understand. So we need to educate people to understand that when the government add 10 rand, it means billions from their pocket. You understand? So it's something that we looking at, but it doesn't mean government is not doing enough. It's enough, but it's for us as individual as well to go out there and hustle and add, and do better.
And
you
so I was
understand?
talking about
We
the
leave
gardening
stock
and
fails, we leave those things that we
some
play.
people actually do stock fails for December.
Okay.
I mean, who wants to have a Black Christmas?
But December, it's seasonally. we're talking about each and every day life. I mean, like the people that will be facing the consequences of you playing Stockfell and not getting anything at the end of the day. I mean, like, you know, you can't eat the whole year so that you can eat on the 25th of December. Does it
It's
make sense?
irrelevant.
Come on.
It's
I mean,
irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Someone need to look at it in a broader way. You understand? So people, let's go out there and add in whatever government give us. But I think, Pali, government maybe should give basics education to people and talk to people. Why are they giving them this money and where it come from? I mean, like, it's hurting when you see someone misusing the money from government. It's our tax. We working there, taking our tax, and then make sure that people that they get something out of it. You understand? Going back to people. And then you find that maybe a neighbor, you understand, you see that they are misusing the money, they are drinking, they are playing, they're going to casino, play games and all that. It's not fair. More special for the kids, for the young ones that need to benefit from that money. You rather save maybe even 100 rand, you know.
True.
From that money while you checking what are you doing for tomorrow. And for those who are not working, Paline, and looking for Abagogo, we must understand that they are doing a lot in that money. They are taking care of us as youth, you know, because we are unemployed and all that. And they are paying their funeral bills, you know, which is important at the end of the day, because like they are in that age. Let's say it's goodbye. So we don't need to do
Bye,
we don't need to abuse our go. I mean, like, from me. I mean, like, so in closing, Bali, tell me something. I mean, that should be done, or what can we improve when we talk about Sassa around it?
For the government or for the people?
People and the government together.
Government needs to add zillions to the 10 rands. 350. If the 350 money goes to the babies, I think everything will be fine. Overall, to the people, that money coming from the government it's not for luxurious things, but it's to help with household things such as your groceries, your toiletries, your taxi fare to going to look for a job, not to going to Puza with Jabu or Palesa.
Okay.
That's what I can close with. Use that money for the right things.
I think
Don't smoke it, Jabu, please. I know you're a smoker. Please don't smoke the kids. Oh, you're a single parent raising your own kids.
I don't even go.
Please don't smoke.
I don't even do.
The money. I'm joking.
I'm not a smoker. But what I can say, you know, in closing, for my side, I will say that we need to look at it in a bigger manner and understand that government is trying. It's a startup for every individual. You know?
True.
We're starting somewhere with that 350. Let's be wise. Let's think gently. I
And
mean,
be
like,
considerate for the kids,
Yes.
for the grandmothers,
Yeah.
for everybody that's in the household.
yes.
We have to be considerate and stop
Yes.
stockfels, ne?
Stockfell must fall. I mean, like, we
You
can-
have a proper. It seems as if you have a bad
I mean, like,
experience,
it's a
but
bad experience
it's a
because, like,
topic for another day.
It's topic for another day. And you know, as I've said, like, you can suffer the whole year for
And not eat for December,
December.
Jay.
I mean, like-
for God's birthday. Imagine.
I mean, that's luxury. I mean, December is luxury. We can try to treat December as a normal month at some point. You
But
understand?
it's not.
Yeah, it's not. But I mean, it's the education that we need to give our people. You understand? So that's why I said, like, government should maybe try to come out there and give basic education about Sassa money and all grant, you know, that people are getting different grants, you know, or like and all the stuff, you know. So if government can do that, it will help. You know?
Government must make a plan for na. Is that what you're saying?
Not really. I'm saying that basic education. I mean, like, you know, sometimes if like me and you we're talking right now, there's someone pick something up in whatever that we've been talking about. You understand? It's a learning curve to people.
Oh, yes.
They've done a lot of mistakes, you know, around Sassa money, the issues. They are us who complain.
Like going to the loan shark, mashonisa and stuff.
And you know, there's something that we didn't even touch base. All the Sassa cards for Abo Mama, Abantuan and all that, they are there in Mashonisa, and Mashonisa go in with we know. Hey. They mustn't think that we don't know. You understand? So we need to run away from that. You know? We know that the card yumtwana yuku Mashonisa, and Mashonisa will take his or her money and then give you the card. You understand? So it shows that that man does a lot, you know? It's just that we need a planning around it.
True.
So we're not going to sit here and talk about this the whole day. People need to be considerate, as you said, you know? People need to think as adults, you know? And understand what government trying to do and not take advantage. I mean, like, it's sad what is happening in our society. I mean, like, we are not dumb, you know, to see what like this is wrong, you know. So I mean, like, it was good having you, Pali. I mean, like, for today.
It was good having you too. Thank you to our listeners for listening and staying true.
I will say that let's meet next week Tuesday, and then we see what we can unpack, and then we'll come with a topic, and then I think there are things that we're gonna add in our show.
We would love for you to talk to us and call us and talk to us so that we can discuss this together.
Yes, and
Thank you so
comment in
much.
our social platforms. We'll be happy to see what you think about whatever topic that we talk about, and we'll be happy. For me and Pali, it's goodbye. We love you.
Goodbye, bye, 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 bye.